Do you ever have moments where you're ready to do something? You're ready, you're excited, and then the child just decides that he's going to monopolize the conversation or take over the situation. We have a dear sweet 14-year-old that sometimes we love him to bits and pieces. But bless his heart. Sometimes we just, anywho. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Abby. I run AB Tarot Reading, and I am a professional tarot reader here in Seattle. And today, every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 and some change, I sling cards for free. It kind of like is the community tarot reading practice every Wednesday, just to give back, give samples, give. I want to give. I want to give readings. So this is something that I do every week to connect, to meet up, to kind of understand what's going on for you, to make friends, make new acquaintances, and just see how this all goes for us. So just kind of give you a rundown of how I operate these sessions. We are going to do it for a little over an hour. We break it into 3 parts. So the first part is me doing about 6 card readings on the questions that show up per Melissa's picking. She picks for variety, so there's not going to be a first come, first serve. She's going to pick a little from the top, a little bit from the bottom. She's aiming for a variety of questions. What we'll do at the end of about 30 minutes is about how we do it, right? That's about 30 minutes, and then we'll take a 4-minute quick break just to give you a quick rundown of how you can get in touch with me if you want something personalized, if you want a deeper read, if you need something else. It's just how to get in touch with me. And then we wrap up the entire session with a mass series of fun, funny, weird flashcard readings. And for me, those are 1 question, 1 card, interpretation, shake, deliver. And that is what I do on that front, is on the flash readings. So to participate in tonight, the way that we do it is that we throw in 1 specific question into the comments. You can probably see that there's the few of them coming in now. So thank you so much who have already done that. I ask that's 1 specific question at a time. I do ask that we avoid COVID related questions being like, do I have it? Do they have it? Are they going to pass from it? I don't feel comfortable digging into that kind of scenario. I'm also not going to read on time of death questions as well. The only other thing that I'm going to kind of take a step back from is this, like, if your ex-boyfriend has a new girlfriend kind of thing. Like, let's just not do that. But outside of that, I will probably dig on almost any question that you have. And if I've never pulled for it before, if I've never pulled cards for it, we're going to try it on the spot and see what shows up. I'm really good on the fly, so we'll just do that. So yeah, to be considered, just throw in your specific question. If you have more than 1, more than fine. Just split them up, throw a couple comments in, not a problem at all. Melissa, my partner in crime. My partner in crime. I know you're the moderator, producer, question selector extraordinaire. I know I'm all dramatic and over the top. My wife over there. So say hello to her. Give some waves. Give some emoji waves. Say hello to the Melissa, because without her, this isn't nearly as well run as it could be. So thank you, wife of mine. Anywho, so do me a favor. Will you share the love? Will you share this video or tag a friend? Just sharing content like this helps spread the word, not just about me as a reader, but also that tarot is a useful process for self-reflection, looking into core roots of things, uncovering issues. So it's a really, really nice, useful process. And it's not nearly as scary as sometimes our parents would like to think it was. So sharing the love, sharing the video is really, really useful to kind of help spread that tarot is a sweet thing and really, really useful for us. So today is July 22nd, reading from 8 to 9-ish. And I'm going to start shuffling. I think I've gotten all my smell goods. If you haven't seen this whole routine before, sometimes what I do is I use a little bit of aromatherapy to get me just hopped into mode. It's like right in current state. I loves it. Loves it, loves it, loves it. So I'm just going to use 2 oils. I got ylang, and I refuse to say the second part of it. So you'll always hear me only say 1/2. And then a manifestation oil that I got from my Witch's Moon box. Kind of love. So yeah, between the 2 of them, it just makes me all like light and fuzzy. I love it. All right, and I'll start shuffling cards here in just a second. Let me remove. Oh, actually, I want to hop into the comments. I got to see who's here. I got to see who's coming to visit with me. Sasha, I'm so glad to see your face. I see Elisa, I see Tara, Tiffany. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for saying hi to Melissa. That was like a whole lot of air that I just let go just then. You know? Watamba, I'm so glad to see your face. I saw you this morning, honey. I'm glad you're here again. Karen, hi, I'm glad that you're here. Bailey, I'm glad that you're here. You're live, catching the live reading. So glad. Ivory, I'm glad that you're here. Oh my gosh, you all. Y'all are making me blessed and happy. Aisha, Tisha, I'm just thrilled to see you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to, Karen, it's your third visit. Sweet. My voice is so calming. That is one thing no one has ever said to me before, Tara. I appreciate that. Usually I get shrill or loud. Usually loud is where it's at. And I tend to speak very quickly because I am running to catch up with the information as it's being downloaded. So I usually have to move fast. So you'll see me maybe peering off to the side, rambling, and it's me getting it all out. So if you wonder what I'm doing, please feel free to ask questions. Please feel free to like, why that? What does that make sense? Let me know. I love the conversation. I love chatting with you. And Melissa watches the comments, and she throws them in as I need to know about them. So I'm going to hop out of comments so that I can focus on the questions. I'm going to shuffle up, and then as soon as Melissa is ready, she's going to pull cards for us. Or questions. She's going to pull questions because I pull the cards. I do all of the card pulling. But that's my fun. I'm going to move my Post-it notes too. They don't need to play. No. But yes, Alexa. Oh, this is your first one. Oh, thank you for hanging out with us, sweet pea. You're going to see that I'm all over the place, and it's kind of funny. Rhoda, just ask some of the ladies that come and visit pretty frequently. It's like, yes, it's funny. Yes, it's kind of tough love mixed with like, you know, that bestie that tells you like, you don't look cute in that dress, girl. Like that's a little bit like myself. So I do what I can, Anywho, I want to know if surgery will be on the 10th or on the 25th. Ooh. Talk about specific. See, lessons. This is a beautifully specific question. I love specifics because I have the tendency to understand that if you don't tell the universe what you want explicitly, it gives you, could be, maybe. How about we just flip it on its head because you weren't specific to begin with? So I like specifics. So yes, let's see if it's going to be on the 10th or the 25th. So how do I want to go about this? I'm going to split my 6 card into 3. I'm going to look at which side looks most positive. So 25th or 10th or 25th. 10th, post-note gets to play, or 25th. Let's see what happens. And I've done a lot of timing work in relation to like job hunting and when am I going to hear back from job interview kind of thing. But I've not done one with surgery. So thank you for this opportunity of like, when am I going to get it? I want to know if surgery will be on. Okay, I was wondering like, wait, scheduled or on? So it's going to be on the 10th or the 25th. Got it. Let's see what we got, Hun Bunch. 10th or the 25th. So I'm pulling 3 cards for the 10th. Let's see what it looks like. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see what the 25th looks like. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. There we go. I don't know why I was all like operatic there for a second. My inclination based on what the survey says. So let me show you what I got for the 10th. And this is why I feel this way. I have the High Priestess for the 10th, the 4 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So all these being upright cards landing on the 10th feels good. For the 25th, I have the Star. I also have the 5 of Pentacles reversed along with the King of Cups reversed. Excuse me, that's the 5 of Pentacles, King of Cups. Being that 2 out of 3 are reversed, I'm inclined to not think it's going to be a 25th, but more land on the 10th for you, especially with the 4 of Wands being kind of center to that little portion there. It feels excited. It feels like one of those I've been waiting for this kind of thing. And it feels like you've done the work. You've done what you needed to do to get to this point, to get this far. It feels like you're going to be rewarded for it. So just, honey, like with that High Priestess card in there, just, resting in everything's going to be fine. The universe has your back. Your surgeon's in good hands. Everyone has their part in the play and the orchestration that is your surgery. And I feel like you're going to be just fine, Hun Bunch. So no worries. I have all the faith in the world that you are going to be just brilliant and that your surgery is very, very likely to be on the 10th. Now, Hun, I totally want to know when you find out if it's going to be on the 10th or 25th. So follow up, let me know, and come back and say, honey, it was, or it wasn't. I want to know both ways. So come back and let me know. But thank you so much for that question. So now I get to remove my Post-it notes. There you go. How do I allow Regina, how do I allow new love to come to me? Oh, that is a beautifully specific, like straight to the heart question. I dig that. All right, Regina, how do we allow, how do we need to allow new love to come to you? All right, let's see what we can find out. What is preventing you? So I have one card that hopped out. We'll take a look at it in a sec, but let's see what shows up for us. 2, 3. First, I'm not even going to finish pulling the additional 6 because I want to give you this quick bit. So I have the High Priestess along with the 10 of Wands, along with the 6, 7 of Wands. My first thought that I really wanted to kind of iterate to you is that there is this feeling, the energy that I'm feeling around just even your question in itself is this burdensome aspect to it. That 10 of Wands just made me feel like there's an element to like maybe dating or romance or getting a new person that just feels weighted and burdensome. So with that, the first thing that I would suggest is figuring out a way to lighten that up. Gosh, I mean, what is your relation? What has your past relationships been like? Have they been often productive? Have they often been useful? Have they been loving, but they dissolve over time? Or have they been like a trial? Have they been like, I guess to get to the point of what I'm wanting you to understand is that the emotional, like the feelings of new relationship, what does that equal? Because what it equals for you is what your experience is going to be. And if it's heavy, terrible, I don't like it, then it's likely to get only more of that, if that makes any sense. So let me go ahead and pull the additional 3, 2, 3. All right, hun. The other portion, first one is the Hangman for us reversed. So this to me is talking about a lot of how you're trying to put yourself right in the line of sight of love. Like you're trying to like hunt down love and be right in the middle of it so it can bullseye you. But the thing is, though, is that love is not necessarily something that you can find under a rock or under a sofa or behind the trees. So it's you got to start it first. You have to create a loving space internally first so that it can be expressed outwardly, that it then beckons or beacons for someone to come. If that is the ultimate end, is that you're looking for a romantic partner, a romantic connection. 5 of Swords reverse has this inclination, and it follows up with the 5 of Pentacles reverse. I'm having the nudge, and I want just like a question mark, and this is rhetorical, so no one is judging, okay, in advance. Making a point to not look at people who are unobtainable as an option. So if they are dating somebody else, if they are married, if they are in some sort of entanglement, since that's the word that's been going around recently, those are people who are not available for you. Those are not options. They should not even be efforted to be changed. Like, don't go there, don't pass go, don't dive into it. It's not yours, it's not for you. And beating your head up against a brick wall to try to make it yours is only gonna hurt you. So allowing opportunity for love to find you based on the feelings that you're created within yourself first is the best way that I know and that I've ever experienced. And in this read here, that can bring that to you. I love, one of the types of readings that I love to do for people is just around self-love, around what you can do to create a loving space within yourself or around yourself. Like if it's changing the atmosphere in your room, changing how you've organized the furniture in your living room, maybe pulling in some other, if you love crystals, then let's bring some more rose quartz into your life. Hell, I have a big old sphere chunk of it here. Instead of hanging around with, this type of animosity towards singledom, find other things. Like there's lots of ways to go about bringing and attracting love into your life. And I'm rambling at this point, so I'm gonna give it up. But the point is, I think you get the point. I think you get the gist, Mr. Gina. But thank you so much for that question. I appreciate you. So let me get to shuffling. Well, Steve and I get together as a couple. He's a Capricorn and you're a Gemini. Cool beans. Well, you and Steph, let's do it as a yes or no question. Let's just go straight to yes or no, and then we'll read it for context. So we'll see if there's a yes, and if not, then we'll see why. We'll see why. So let's see what's going on with you and Steve. You and Steve. You and Steve. Excuse me. I'm dropping cups. I'm glad I have like this tack table like in front of me, because otherwise I'd have like cards flying everywhere. It's what would be happening. All right, Jackie. Will Steve and I get together as a couple? Steve and Jackie get together as a couple. Oh, that was fast. Oh, I hear a cat. 1, 2, 3. So ask for a yes or no question, the way I like to do it, if you've never seen me do yes or no specifically, I compare the number of upright cards to the number of reverse cards. Works for me. So what I'm looking at is a upright 9 of Pentacles. I have a reversed, what is this? 8 of Swords. And then I have a upright 3 of Cups. So I'm inclined to believe on Bunch that y'all two are definitely going to make a go at it. I feel like there's a little bit of getting out of your own way. That's probably necessary to make it a little easier. So being yourself is always one of those things that I say when it comes to starting new relationships, because so often we throw in our best representative who has like the perfect makeup and the perfect hair and the perfect this and has like the suit and the tie on. But actually, like, being in your PJs is not a bad way to go. So be yourself, honey, and it should be just fine. It does seem like y'all two might be hooking this together. So I look forward to hearing about it. Thank you so much for that question. Will I get one? I'm assuming that's of my top 3 apartment choices. Ooh, cool. Yeah, let's see if I can do a yes or no. If you'll get one of the 3. And let's see if we can maybe get a nudge on which one. That'd be cool. See if it shows up for us. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so will you get one of the 3? Oops. Will you get one of the 3? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, hon. So the first card I have for you is Lover. So I love that for a start. I also have the 7 of Wands reversed and the 9 of Wands upright. So, hun, I do think you are going to get one of the 3. I do think you're going to get one of the 3. I'm kind of inclined to think it's your first option because we have the Lovers for like in the first space. However, I do think you're going to have to fight for this a little bit more than you probably wanted, or do a little bit more effort. It kind of like, you know, how when they run your background or they run your credit or they run your stuff and they're like, okay, so you need an extra deposit, and you want to choke them out, but you do it because you want the space. I do have a quick nudge for you though. I have the 8 of Wands with the Moon card. I'm feeling something around water damage though. So if you do get that first space or a space that you're looking for, double check just to make sure that there's no lingering water damage somewhere. If you smell mold anywhere, if you smell dampness anywhere, double check it and see if there's something that needs to happen before you move in, because you don't want to be responsible for that when you move out, right? So I think you got it, hun. And totally come back and let me know, like, as soon as you know, because I want to be like a celebratory with you, because I have to ring bells and stuff and like, I don't know, do a party dance when you get your apartment. But thank you so much, Glenda, for that question. I definitely appreciate it. All right, Chelsea, what do I need to do to get the job I want? Ooh, cool. What does Chelsea need to do to get the job she wants? Let's see what shows up. Okay, so I have one card that decided to hop out. So that was the 8 of Cups that just flew out. So I'm thinking you might have to walk away from something. Let's see what else shows up. Let's give you the preview. 8 of Cups walks away. Forgive me. I hope I didn't like blow out your ears or anything, because I'm over here giggling. I didn't know I was going to be narrating the next blockbuster. All right. What does Chelsea need to do to get the job that she wants? There we go. 1, 2, 3. My first feel for you, honey, is something in regards to your networking. So if it's like communication, if it's talking with other people that's in the industry that you're looking for, so do a little bit more finessing around the people that you are that are in your industry, in your field. I hope that makes sense, because a couple of the cards that showed up, and I'm totally going to pull more. The Hermit card, when it's reversed, to me, it's like coming out of your shell. When he's right side up, he often wants to go away, retreat, be on his own. But when he's reversed, I feel like he needs to climb out of his shell. He's often on his own. He needs to come back to the party and share what he has learned. the card that also shares what he's learned is this is the Page of Pentacles. So he's quite acutely obsessive about the object in his hand. So that is something that he needs to share with others. So other people of the Fool card. So maybe other people who are at the beginning of their career in this particular role that you're interested in. Let's see what else he needs to do. The other cards that I have is the 10 of Cups. So this leads me into thinking like whatever this job is that you're wanting, just I feel like you're kind of already paving the way to get it. So I'm not worried about you getting it at all. I also have the 6 of Pentacles along with the 8 of Pentacles upright. So my only suggestion, I think, is freaking patience, honestly. Like if you have applied, if you've gotten yourself into like the accreditations or whatever it is that you need, if you've gotten yourself in alignment with the job that you're looking for, then it's just continuing to show up, continuing to do it, continue to do it, continue to do it until you have that job. Like just have faith in what you want can occur just by pure, almost brute force. And that's one of those instances where it's like brute force. Okay, so literally going up to the door and trying to bulldoze again, I don't recommend that. What I do recommend is continuing to show up at the events or continuing to send in your application, continuing to check their want ad specifically. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, continue to do it. Continue to do it. Continue to do it. Continue to show up for the job that you're looking for. Don't let that one go, if that makes sense. Says that card that tells you rinse and repeat. Sweet me. But thank you so much for that question. And I'm wondering, what is it that you got going on right now that you need to walk away from to make room for this new role that you got? So that's the follow-up question that I have for you. And sorry.
Here's an update.
Oh,
You got
it? Ah! Oh, sorry. The cat was like, my bad, kitty. Sorry. But you got the job. Yay. Yeah, Miss Latoya has been coming for quite a bit, and I watched you as you were having like the even the interviews. Like, here's the application, here's the first interview, and we're going to get an offer. Yep, we've been together through the whole situation. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that, Hun Bunch. I am so glad to hear that. All right. Oh, this is Ray, right? Yeah. Ray, hi. What can I do to improve self? Whoa, got you. All right. I always think of when it comes to self-improvement, there's levels to this. Like, I always think of it like triage. Like there's level 1, or I think level 1, nurses, if you're in here, totally let me know what the actual levels are. But the way that I think about it is like, if you have gotten into a car accident and your arm is off, like, obviously we need to stop the bleeding. That's the first thing that we need to do. Then we need to get you into like, the ambulance, so that we can get you to the doc so that we can do surgery. So there's levels to this. And then after you're done with surgery, if that's like level 2, you got surgery, then you have rehab, which is level 3. And then you have maybe like skin grafts and things that you can take care of for the damage and the other things as like a continual additional stuff. So I feel like when it comes to improving self, there's levels to this stuff. So let's see what would be something that'd be best suited for you this second. We'll go here. Because like what's going to be wonderful for that person over there is not going to be wonderful for Ray right now. Maybe Ray in 4 years or Ray last month, but not Ray now. So Ray, let's see. What does Ray need for self-improvement now? Okay, first card. Let's go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. All right, hun. So one of the cards that hopped out for you was the 10 of Cups. So my first inclination is to acknowledge and remember that you are perfectly fine exactly as you are. So I feel like if there's any part of you that has a touch of self-loathing or a touch of self-deprecation, maybe actually like massage that out a little bit. Sometimes our changes sit longer and work better if they come from a place of self-acceptance first instead of self-loathing. So I hope that that makes sense regarding the difference between the two. So that's the first one, honey, self-acceptance. 2, I have the 4 of Wands for you, along with the World and the Queen of Swords. My first thought is talking about what is your relationship with the matriarchs in your family. When the Queen of Swords show up for me, often that's the mothers that while you love them, you don't always like them. And they make life a little too interesting. And so I'm wondering if maybe either like, what's going on there? That rhetorical question you don't have to relay, obviously, but think about what your relationships look like back there. And maybe this is a really good opportunity with this extended rest period that we're on. It might be a wonderful time to kind of dig up some of those things that we've been ignoring, or those little issues that we've not looked under. Like, oh, there's something under there I need to go deal with. The other cards that I have is the King of Swords with the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this first bit to me is like the comparing yourself aspect. The King of, what is this? The King of Swords. When he's on his head, to me, he has a bigger bravado than he actually is. Sometimes this card also comes off as a bit narcissistic. And so it's like the presentation is so much better than the reality. And so the Knight of Wands, when he shows up next to it, it's like he has this ambition, he has this light, he has this purpose. But if he's trying to be like the king, it's not going to work for him. It's like putting a triangle in a square shape. It's just, don't try to compare yourself to others, essentially. This last card is a Two of Cups. So this is, to me, it's about like connections and relationships and partnerships and togethers, things that happen in togethers. That one's going to be rhetorical for you, because like between all of this, it seems like there's relationship connections is like the recurring theme, either relationship with yourself or relationship to like the matriarch side of your family, or even like your relationship to yourself in relation to someone else. So I think your self-improvement or your self-work right now starts with your relationships. Dear sir. But thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray, for that question. That was a lot. I like that. I like that. Go, Ray. All right, Robin. How's my love life going? Cool. I'm happy right now. Haven't felt this in a long time with anyone. Ooh, I love that you're happy. I love that you're happy. Let's see what else is going on there. Because it feels like, I wonder if you're waiting for the other shoe to drop and you're kind of like wondering, maybe? Like, anyway. It's fun to look see. We're going to look see anyway. Yeah, happy is good. Be happy. Enjoy the happy. Relish in the happy. Keep going with it. It's so good to feel. I always try to make a point, like when I have those moments that are just like pure zen, pure bliss, or pure just happy, like just double down, like continue to do things that make you happy. Continue to be a dork if it makes you happy. Like just happy in itself is important, and it keeps like bringing happy things to you, other things that make you happy. I dig it. Our little kitty friend is sitting on the porch. All right, how's this relationship going? Anything we need to know? Anything she needs to know? Oops. Keep my cards together for one. Anything we need to know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool beans. So the first bit that I'm getting with this, hun, is the 5 of Swords. I also have the Page of Swords, and then I have the Death card reversed. So my thought, and I'm only giggling a little bit, is that we're thinking about this a lot. And I almost would say it is that whole little waiting for the other shoe to drop, or waiting for something to come around the bend. You're thinking through it a lot instead of just resting in them feels. And understandably, like you probably have a life experience that shows you that this could be temporary. This very well may be untrustworthy or not likely to last long. So you're kind of waiting for it to show up. I think this is actually a really good opportunity to maybe start, I always say, massaging it by like whatever the issue is, whatever the knot is that you're dealing with, to actually work on it a little bit, using this relationship as the example, not necessarily the person as the example, but this relationship as the example. The other cards that I have for you is the Ace of Pentacles, along with the King of Swords reversed, and then I have the Knight of Wands upright. So my thought for you is that there's going to be elements of this relationship that are going to accidentally be made harder than they really need to be. So if you two do bicker, or if you eventually get into, that fight, yes, I overthink too much, understood. If you get to that moment where you're starting to nitpick and pick on each other, just like take a step back from that if at all possible. If you need like literally a step back, like I'm going to stay over on this side of the house for just a quick minute. Give me a moment. Let me decompress. Like whatever you need to do to kind of partition. The whole thing that I guess the whole point I'm trying to get to is that there's no reason to make an argument bigger than it actually is. Don't like assume more than it actually is. What is the whole adage, like when we assume, it makes an ass out of me? And yeah, so let's no assumptions and ask for clarity, because fights don't need to get nearly as big as they need to be or get to be sometimes. So yeah, here we go. We'll just massage that down. No bickering, no bickering. So that 9 of Wands, we're not doing that, my dear. I think you two will be okay. This is a really, I'm not expecting like hundreds of years out of the two of you, but what I am expecting is this is a wonderful opportunity for you two to work on elements that y'all need to be working on anyway. So if it's your connections or relationships with each other, with yourself, it's going to be working on that and bringing it up. So we'll definitely be bringing it up. But thank you, Sweet Pea. Robin, I appreciate you. Oh, we already did this one. Oh, we should drop bombs on Melissa. Totally like throw in like a little bomb. Like, do we have bomb emojis? I think we do, right? On our phones. Can't we like throw in little bomb emojis? It might be fun. All right, Ivory, will I get a stable job this year? I love that question. One, thank you so much for the specifics. So appreciated. And I am going to shuffle the cards. Shuffle the cards. The cards. Oops. All right, let's put that off to the side. All right, we want to know, are you going to be getting a stable job this year? What? How, don't you hate it when you try something new and it don't work? All I was trying to do is shuffle a little bit differently just to give myself a tiny bit of variety, and my card said, hell no. They're like, we're not going to do this. You don't do this with us. I got called out is what happened just then. All right, hon. How are you going to get a stable job this year? Let's see. First card. 1, 2, 3. All right, hun bunch. So I'm going to follow up with this because I'm not content with what I have. First card I have for you is the Hierophant reversed. I also have the Page of Cups reversed. And then I have the 7 of Cups reversed. Being that all of these are reversed cards, I think what you're aiming for, specifically within the term of stability, is complicated to define. So with that, I think what you're looking for isn't going to happen this year. However, my thought though is that with the Hierophant that has this institution element to it, the Page of Cups is this beginning of something new. So it does feel like that it's not like you're going to be unemployed, but you're starting a job that you'll probably not be at for an extended period of time. The 7 of Cups for me is all about like options, like having maybe too many options and then having a little bit of decision fatigue with that. So like that almost feels like maybe like gig work almost, like where you like, I have this project, I have that project, I have that project, I have that project. And that's not quote unquote stable, but it is income, it is work. So if your main question is, are you going to have income this year? Then I'm not worried about that at all for you. Some of the cards that hopped out was the 3 of Pentacles along with the 6 of Wands. So I feel like you're going to get your needs fulfilled. It's just going to show up in a slightly different way than you had originally intended. So no worries, hun bunch. I think you're going to be ultimately okay this year. Yeah. How to get a reading of your own. I promise that I keep this at 4 minutes because I will come back and I'm setting a timer right now so I don't go over. So what we do during this time is I give you a quick 4-minute spiel and then hop right back into reading. So we are going to come right back into it. Set the timer. I'm not going to go over. So if you want to get something a little bit more in depth, because I know 6 cards is just the surface. You really want to get into the nuts and bolts, kind of uncover, pull up some roots, pull up the weeds if need be. There's lots of different ways that I have to get in touch or get a reading with me. One of my favorite ways of doing readings right now is by Zoom. I do 30-minute and 60-minute readings by Zoom, where it's kind of similar to this format where you provide me questions and I sling cards to give you answers to those questions. So they're mostly directed by you and then facilitated by me. And to me, I just use the, oh gosh, what is the word? Quantum entanglement. I connect it to you that way. And then I listen to my feelings. I'm listening to my tingles. I'm listening to whatever memory shows up, whatever information is delivered. Sometimes the information shows up like a light bulb and sometimes it just rabbit holes and I get crumbs and we follow it and we get answers for you. The other way that I do readings is through chat. Through chat is a different service because I conduct it through Facebook Messenger, and they are also conducted in 30-minute or 60-minute increments. But with chat, it's a little bit different because it is a purely text conversation. Luckily, I type like the speed of the moon, the sun, lightning speed. There you go, lightning. I type fast. So I'm able to keep up and answer the questions that are directed from you and then facilitated by me. Another form of reading that I provide is through email, and I'm also working on pre-recorded readings. So I haven't completed that as a process yet, but it is coming soon. But the emailed services are led by me. You provide the main core question that you're looking to unfold, and I provide maybe an additional 3 or 4, 5 additional questions that are necessary or that I feel are necessary for you to get more in depth, get more information, get more out of what it is you're trying to understand. Because the first question we get is often just the surface, but it has a deeper meaning. It has a deeper root, and it is my job to get to that deeper root and then provide that, show that, uncover it with you. So those emails are conducted within about 2 business days is how I have it set as of right now. And then I design the email, the reading into a PDF and then email it to you directly. So between all of those 3 methods, there's almost nothing that we cannot touch base on. I did just recently have a request for dragon readings, and I do not have experience with that as a particular topic, but almost anything, particularly on the more practical end, I tend to be exquisite at. If it's business related, if it's family relations, if it's generational stuff, if it's past life work. I've done some mediumship work. So if you have somebody past that you're trying to look into, I can dig into that with you. If you have maybe a past life phobia that you're trying to get some more uncovering done, definitely something that's available to you. I hit my mark on the mark. Oh, sorry. Melissa just reminded me. Another way that you can sample me is that Melissa's going to be dropping it into the comments here in just a second, where it's just one question. Just a 1 tarot reading, just one question. And what it is, it's a $12 super easy tarot reading that I reply to via email, where the order comes in, your question is in the order, and then I reply to that order as though I'm like your bestie. So I give you like the thank you so much. Here's the cards. Here's the interpretation. Here's the best advice moving forward. Thank you so much. I hope for the best. Love you bunches. Hugs. Ta-da. And then you also have an image of the cards as well, just for your safekeeping, your information, all the above. Those are all wonderful ways to sample a new reader, get to know me a little bit more, maybe get to know me before investing in something a little bit more extensive. So it's a nice way to get in touch, or even gift it to someone. I love tarot's gifts. I think that's an experience is a wonderful gift. Anywho, I just hit my 4-minute mark. I get to stop. Oops, cancel. There we go. I gotta stop the timer. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to hop back into 6-card readings. Oh, Sasha, thank you so much. Sasha's had a couple with me so far, and I love reading with you, hon. You're so sweet. Mm-hmm. What should I anticipate to happen in my love life in the next 5 months? Oh, darling. I love it. See, again, them specific questions. I do love a good specific question. All right, hun bunch. Let's take a quick peek. What can we anticipate out of your love life within the next 5 months? Within the next 5 months. Let's see what shows up for you. Let's see what shows up for you. I am feeling, and I'm not one to say, oh, honey, we need to talk more. We need to get deeper with you. But I do feel like this is something that we need to do a little bit more digging. So maybe I'll just drop like a little pin, like, Sasha, we need to visit again to look deeper into your love life, or what you can anticipate to happen within the next 5 months. I definitely want to look into that for you and see what we can do predictive wise. So let's see what we can get for high level surface. Surface. There we go. I promise I'm not tongue-tied. We got the first card. All right, so let's see what else is going to show up for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull off a 6. There we go. First inclination. I have a lot of cards that are interesting for you. So what I have the Death card upright, but I also have the Queen of Cups along with the 5 of Swords reversed. So I don't recall or remember if you are dating at the moment, but what I'm feeling, just kind of muttering around here a bit, is like whoever is around at the moment, I feel like it's temporary. Like you may have some feels, but they're kind of like surface level feels. They're not completely deep. And then something's going to happen in which you're going to be like, that's okay, dude. We can, whatever, we can go now. The other cards that I have for you is the Five of Pentacles reversed, along with the Queen, of Swords, with the King of Cups ending. So my thought, hun, is whoever this Five of Swords is that pisses you off and y'all decide to kind of split up from, or let him vacate the premises, or she go away, whoever, this person, or this feels like it still leaves an impact, but it's like you just need 1 or 2 days to eat all the Baskin Robbins that you want, and then you're fine. So it's like whatever the issue ends up being, whatever shows up, it's temporary. It's not going to last a whole long period of time. I do feel like you're going to get your sharp edge back, and maybe even like your stick to like keep them at bay. But ultimately, it ends up on a King of Cups. So there's this something else that shows up shortly after, to which you may actually want to put the sword away because they can only be out for so long before we need to protect our eyes. So you will eventually put the sword down, and it seems like something else may show up for you. They'll probably be a little bit better suited than whoever or whatever this is. That is the Five of Swords reversed. I'm saying it so hard because I don't likes them. I don't likes them. But anywho, as I'm all obnoxious, my dear, should I apply for the job in PA? Assuming Pennsylvania, right? Yeah. Should we apply to this job? I don't like to assume. What if it's like some other location that she's acronized? Who knows? Melissa's like, yes, it's I know. Okay, let's see. Should we apply to the job in PA? Should we apply? Ooh, I'm probably always going to tell you yes, but I still want to let's just peek-a-boos and see. Okay. Should we apply? 2, 3. Ooh. Okay. So the cards I have for you is the Four of Swords reversed. I also have the Chariot card for you reversed, and the Knight of Wands. So my thought for you. So my thought is that you should apply, right? But there's this side caveat. The side caveat is it's awkward, or I feel like it's awkward because this Four of Swords, when it's reversed to me, this is like, okay, you've been on this rest, right? When it's four, it's this eternal rest. And now it's time to get up. It's time to get off of wherever it is that you've been and walk through the door that has now been made available to you. So with the Chariot, though, the Chariot usually means like going ahead and moving forward. But when I find it that it's reversed, sometimes there's that, stick in the mud a little bit. So there's like have you ever gone roller skating and then you hit a rock and then you have this like ass over tea kettle because you got momentum going and then something interrupted it? So it's like, hun, I want you to get up. Okay. I want you to go ahead and apply because it feels like there's been some stagnation or something has been slow or something has not been moving for you. And I feel like with a little bit of energy, with a little bit of literally fire under your ass, I do not feel like this job is a winner for you, but I do feel like just the act of applying, act of going through the process, act of going through the possibility and in the mindset and exploring and daydreaming, all of it has its purpose. I feel like all of this has its purpose regardless of what the outcome of this role is. So please go ahead and apply, rest, relax about it, and enjoy just whatever shows up for you. Continue to apply, and then continue to apply. So yeah, my dear, thank you so much for your question. Thank you, Pete. Oh, Josie. Will I get a new job that will help me get back afloat and completely meet my financial needs for me and my mom in the next 6 to 12 months? Whoa. I love and like, whoa, all at the same time. Oh, that's very specific. It is very specific. It's like, yeah. It's a very, very poignant focus.
Welcome back, Josie.
And welcome back, my sweet Pete. Thank you so much for coming. Will I get a new job that will help me get back afloat and meet my financial needs? Will she get the job that she needs in the next 6 to 12 months? We'll do that. Here we go. Oh, will she get this job that she's looking for? My first inclination is looking outside of your normal field. So it's like the idea that just came to mind was one time when I was doing a mad ton of job hunting, I got to a point where I was getting wicked amounts of fatigued looking at customer service stuff all day, and applying. So I stopped applying at customer service and started looking at like reception, where it's like the same CS work skills could apply, but in a different location. And I feel like shifting the location in which you're applying or shifting the field in which you're applying, but your skill set could work, might be a useful in. Let's see, she can get the job that she's looking for in the next 6 to 12. 6 to 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, honey bunch. So the first card that I have for you is the Strength card. I do also have the 4 of Wands reversed, along with the 3 of Wands reversed. Other cards that I got for you is the Knight of Pentacles, along with them 6 of Swords, and then the Page of Cups reversed. So, hun, I want to know more about your situation. Like in your scenario, I want to understand what is in the way. What is slowing down the works? What is gumming up the process? Because I don't see why you couldn't be getting work within the next 6 to 12 months. But what I am seeing is that you're not, it doesn't look like you're gonna. And so what's slowing that down? What is mucking this up? What is getting in the way? Because even the Knight of Pentacles kind of has that, this is the slowest knight of the entire card set. He's the slowest of the bunch. So when this one shows up, this is Taurus energy heavy. So it's like, how do we get those feet up? How do we get this moving again? How can we put some more fire in here instead of so much of this traversing away from things, this somewhat passivity that I'm feeling among the cards? Even this Page of Cups being reversed, it's like when he's upright, he's new, he's fresh, he's just starting on this journey. He's maybe a little bit of fish out of water, but he's got it, he's working on it. But reverse, it's like insecure, a little neurotic. What's going on, hun? And so something that I would love to dig in with you, if you're ever open to it, is like, what is standing in the way from you getting the role that you're looking for or the job that you're looking for? And what can be done to kind of speed this process up? So now we know what is, now what are we going to do about it? Because I definitely would much rather have you have a plan, have something in place so that we can move you forward, so you can get this going, so you can get the wheels spinning again, so you're not just in this stagnant state for the next 6 to 12 months. That, to me, is unacceptable. What can we do working together to push you over and get a role that you're needing, get what you're needing? Anywho, I thought I'd throw that out. Just throw that out on bunch, because it does look like, I looked at your shadow card on the set and it's a 7 of Pentacles reversed. There's something going on with your patience, or the sense of patience, or maybe even like stagnant patience that, I just got questions, honey. We need to dig deeper on that one. Oh, the fun stuff for me. Okay, so something that I love to do for you all, and sorry, I just got all like Rory for a moment. That was something that I love to do is do flashcard 1-card pulls. And for me, this allows everybody to get, well, almost everybody to get read. We try to get everybody in. Sometimes we can do it. Sometimes we don't get there. But it's allowing me to get a mass amount of people done as quickly as possible. So I shuffle the cards. Melissa pulls the question. I pull 1 card and I provide a read based on that 1 card information. If I can't read, I give you what I can, and then we chat about it later. So I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to shuffle up, and then Melissa is going to pull for us here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did I ever mention that what card set I was using? And I'm just, see, simple. We kind of know what this is, right? We've seen this kind of card art for days. This is the Centennial edition of the Rider-Waite-Smith, created by artist Pamela Coleman Smith, who is long since deceased, but she is a wonderful woman of color who designed this deck to begin with. But I love this set. All right, Cynthia, you had a job interview yesterday. Oh, so cool. I was told that she will contact me for a second interview. Am I going to get the job? Okay. Sorry, that was way high pitched, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Melissa, have you hit the floor yet from all the high pitchedness? She's just like, I'm used to it, y'all. All right. So is she likely to get this role? Is she likely to get this role? Let's see what shows up. Ooh, okay. So this is a 6 of Cups reversed. It's not going to be handed to you, darling. So I feel like with that second interview, definitely sharpen up your skill set, because I don't feel like the decision has quite been made on if you are or if you're not. So it's like there's still something that needs to be proven, something that still needs to be presented or provided before it's set in stone that, yeah, you're getting it. So, it doesn't feel certain as of right now. Will you get it? You could. You definitely. Someone said so. Anywho, she rings the bell to keep me quick. I want to believe that you will. I think it's still in the air. There we go. Anywho, if I apply for a job. Oh, Cynthia. There we go. Do you see me changing jobs soon? Ooh, let's see. One card. Do we see you changing jobs soon? Right off the top. There we go. What is this? 3 of Swords. Not as soon as you would like, and it's kind of taking longer than you would like it to or need it to. So you ever have those instances where you take, like, you should have left a job a year ago, but you stick it out because of situations, or you stick it out because you said you would, or for whatever reasons. To me, it feels like you're getting to the end of, I'm doing this as I said so, and I need to get out. So if you're wanting to leave, then take a few more proactive steps to get out. You changing, it's not another one of those, it's not going to be handed to you. You're going to have to be a little bit more active to get out of this, whatever it is that you're in, into something else. Because I feel like you stayed there a little bit too long, Hun Bunch. But thank you so much for your question. Will Cole and I like each other on our first date Friday? Ooh! Okay, so Allie, tell me something. If you're here, I hope you are. Are you going to be wearing a mask on this date? Like, I have questions. My wife and I were talking about this the other day of like, how is dating going right now for people? I've been hearing that people have been creative and like doing park dates where they are 6 feet and they have their masks, but they're speaking loudly or what have you, or they're doing like dates virtually and still watching like movies on Netflix. And so, yeah, people are, ooh, that's a great idea. That's what we used to do, right? Except for the like sending each other a meal and then eating it at the same time while watching your little movie that you both picked out on Netflix.
Yeah, we were way across the country.
Yeah, we did that across the country. She was in Seattle and I was in North Carolina. And we met online. Yeah, that happened. We were that couple, but we married. It's not been forever. I look forward to longer. 8 years. 8 years. Got it under our belt. So will Cole and you like each other on your first date? Will Cole and you like each other? Ooh, I like this. So temperance is a very kind of like balance. Like this is a very easy. It's like 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground. This is the right ingredients. Social distance and masks. Thank you for letting me know. I feel I feel like this is going to it's going to feel easy. And I like that. It's almost like, ooh, it's just easy. Nothing over dramatic, nothing super over the top. It feels, I don't want to say the word again because I said it twice, so it feels good. I think y'all are gonna be fine. I hope you like each other, and please come back and totally let me know how it went. Now I want to know. I'm totally invested in your dating life now. That's what happened. All righty, Andrea. Hubby health. Ooh, okay, that's pretty short. What's going on there? The Hierophant. I think of the Hierophant in relation to institutions and maybe even physicians, possibly. Hubby's health. Hun Bunch, this is really hard to connect to such short of a question. So if we're looking into something a little bit deeper, a little bit more nuanced, I would need more details or more of like, what about hubby's health are we looking into? Then we can kind of suture it up together. But if you'd like something more, please feel free to reach out to me directly. We can pull a read directly on his health or see what the trajectory of his health is or what have you. So definitely let me know, because this isn't giving me a whole lot to give you, because also your question is uniquely short. Thank you so much for it, Andrea, though. I do appreciate you, hon. Sandrine, will I meet him before the end of the year? Ooh, honey, do you have tea for me? I need to know. Sandrine is part of a tarot learning group that I run on as part of this business page. I have a learning group where I share tarot from an Abby perspective. So I've been going through tarot anatomy the last month, I believe, where I've been re-breaking down tarot from like a suit perspective. And I just finished up the suit of cups, the court cards in upright and reversal positions. So she's part of that group. We love having her around. We also just threw in a current events like reading like challenge where it's fun. Nicki Minaj just declared that she's pregnant. So we have like a question in there. Predictive, is it a boy or is it a girl? Beyonce said that she's dropping an album soon. We're going to predict when. Ruth Bader Ginsburg just announced that she's going back into cancer treatment. I want to know, how is it going to go with her? And is she going to stay on the Supreme Court? There's a fourth question in there. But yeah, now I forgot. But anywho, I'll totally have to look that back up. Will we meet him before the end of the year? Sandrine, let's get back on topic. Sandrine. All right. Will we meet him before the end of the year too? Oh, you're right. First card that hopped out was the Nine of Pentacles upright. I'm going to say yes. Thank you, babe. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. That was the first card that hopped out for you, hon. So yeah, here we go. See, I need that bell.
Oh, lady.
Yes. Tara, is he the one I want him to be? Okay, let's see. We're shuffling and we're going to do one card. We're going to do one card. She's going to keep me on task. We're going to do one card. Oops. Okay, we're going to use that. Three of Cups. He feels like it's because you want him to be. Go ahead and just assume and assign and say. Just enjoy the process. Enjoy him. Enjoy the situation and enjoy what you have. It seems like it's fun anyway, honey. Go like skinny dip into it. So go enjoy yourself, my dear. Go enjoy yourself. All right, patience. Will I be able to enroll in a law degree program? Sorry, all my cards decided that they were going to flip over. All right, one card. Will you be able to enroll in a law degree program? What is this one? Two of Cups. Yeah, I think it's going to take the help of somebody else. Who knows what that somebody else is, but yeah, that's a yes. I don't see why not. Not that one called. All right, let me go ahead and get shuffling again for you all. All right, Bib, is love in the picture for Alex and I? Is love in the picture? I'm throwing cards around again. This is what happens when you get over animated. Stuff just goes flying. Oh my goodness. Oop. All right, we're gonna use it. Oh, I'm sorry. Was love in the picture? It seems like not so much. You'll probably actually get to the point in which one of y'all will piss each other off, and then you'll probably go ahead and like disband, or maybe like he's not available in the way that you need him to. But love for you and Alex doesn't seem much. Doesn't seem like much. David, I have strong past life connections with a close friend. His initial is C. Do you see anything about that? Ooh. Let's see what shows up in the one card. David, that is an excellent kind of question for a past life reading. What I do is like a zodiac style reading where it's 12 cards and then I triple up each 12. So it's a 3 card times 12 reading on the story of the life that you two share together. And then I'm aiming to pull out as much information as I can about the two of y'all together so that we can get an understanding as to what the dynamic between the two of you are and like what lessons we need to know, what information do we pull in from the old life into this new life and what have you. So it's like there's lots of different questions and lots of little tidbits that we can dig into when it comes to past life stories. I love them. Oh my God, y'all have no clue how much I live for that. Who? Link? The link? Oh, Melissa dropped the link in the comments. Hey! Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to like share that over exuberance. Okay. So one card on you and this person. UNC. What is the one card between UNC? Ooh. The Magician. The Magician. Let's see. My first thought and inclination is this like apprenticeship, because the Magician for me has this pedestal, right? And so being that there is a connection between the two of you, I feel like that there's either like an apprentice master kind of relationship, student teacher relationship, but there's a mentoring aspect of it. There's a teaching. So it's the passing of knowledge from wherever you got it to wherever they are. So that's something that's interesting and unique. I would love to dig into what that connection is between the two of y'all. That'd be so fun to see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that question, though. Oh, what are my ancestors trying to warn me about? Got you. Let's see what shows up for you, hun. We got one card. Again, that's another one of those questions that's really good to get a little bit deeper, get a wider berth than just one card, but I totally get it. Let's pull one and see what shows up, especially when it comes to the ancestors. Oh my gosh, I've been doing a lot of work recently regarding ancestral veneration, and then I had like 4 questions back to back show up regarding it. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I brushed up. I'm glad I looked into it. Let's see. What are your ancestors trying to warn you about? There we go. What is this card? 5, 6, 7. Stuff that you're not able to see, or not even able to see, not willing to see. And that's a fine difference, because we can look at something and not be willing to see it. So I feel like you're starting to be shouted out. You're starting to be nudged. It's like you're getting the little pushes. You're getting the whispers. You're getting the little, leaving stuff for you to see. But there's something that we're not paying attention to, something that you're looking over, something that is getting by you. So what it is specifically, we would totally need to dig into a little bit deeper, but there definitely is something that we're avoiding, something that you're not paying attention to, that is trying to be like, that needs your attention. Something needs your attention and you're missing it, or you're not paying attention to it. And it almost feels like willful. It's like, how you have maybe even like past issues or health issues or stuff that you keep putting in the box, keep locking the box, keep putting the box away, hoping that it doesn't rattle itself down, and then you have to put it back up again. So it feels kind of like that whole shindig for you, dear. So wouldn't mind digging into that with you. All right. Will I spend the rest of my life with the man I'm involved with? Ooh, I hope that's like the good kind of, will I spend the rest of my life? Like, will I spend the rest of my life? Or will I spend the rest of my life? Either way. No assumptions, no assumptions. Let's see what shows up for you, hon. Let's see what shows up for you. Will you spend the rest of your life with this one that you're involved with? All right, let's pull one card, see what shows up. Will you spend? All right, here we are. Could that not be more perfect? So this is more of highly likely, okay? So if you want to, so shall it be. If you don't, you might want to work a little harder to get rid of it. But if you do, y'all are just fine, hun bunch. Lovers card on that kind of question. Be still my heart. Thank you so much for it. Where should I look for positivity? Ooh, I dig that. Let's see what shows up for you, hun bunch. Where should she look for positivity? Ooh, first thought that came to mind was your state. So self first, foremost, because that's what you can control, right? So looking for ways to change your state from wherever it is to like up 2 or 3 notches on the volume dial. I love doing that through music. So whenever I'm like, meh, like the best and the fastest way that I know to change state is by like, I don't know, usually it's Beyonce something, honestly. But there's so much upbeat magic, like proud music that you can get like inspiration and just feels good, just upbeats, just by having it going around you. Anywho, let's see what else shows up for us with the one card. Right here. What else? Ooh. Where should you look for positivity? I'm at a semi-stuck phase, because this card is the epitome of semi-stuck, right? So like I just talked about how it's a very kind of Taurus heavy, hard to move, stubborn energy of it. So I'm wondering if there's a million ways in which this could go, but my first and foremost thing is like, hun, like it's right. Positivity is something that you can create for yourself directly within the palms of your hands if you choose it. So if you need external influence to kind of help that up, like we just mentioned, music is a good way. Chemicals are another way. So watch your food, maybe clean up your food. This is your stalker card, honey. Then we got more work to do. We need to figure out why you're stuck and stagnant. If you're looking for positivity right now, you're not finding it. I would be surprised that you're not finding it because you're focused on the alternative. So it's like, where's positivity? Hello, where is it? And we got to create it. We got to make it, blow it into fruition, honey. Anyway, you got a stalker card. I'd love to help you with it. Thank you so much for that. Will I be in a relationship with Mark that I know from high school? Ooh. Ooh, I know we're both like, ooh. I think we like little relationships. We're over here married and like, tell me more. All right. Will you be in a relationship with Mark, with the Mark that you know from high school? Mark that you know from high school. I want this card. Ooh, heavy. Why is it heavy? What about it is heavy? Being that it's a heavy upright card, I'm inclined to think that there's a lot of work to it, hun. I don't know why there's a lot of work to it, but there's a lot of, it could happen. The thing is, there's a shit ton of work attached to it that I don't know if it's necessary. Like, why does it need to be that hard to get into a relationship with someone? Like, that's a question mark. So if it's light and easy and possible, then go for it. If it's hard and heavy and feels like a ball and chain around your neck, do you really want to? Question. Anyway, thank you so much for your question, Natasha. I definitely appreciate it. All right, let me shuffle. Hey, shuffle in. Natasha? Oh, I'm sorry for calling Natasha the person beforehand whose I was referencing to say thank you. John? Joan, dearest, thank you. All right, Natasha, can you please check my love life as I'm having lots of problems with my boyfriends? Boy problems. So let's see what shows up for one card, hun. Because in that kind of scenario, another one I'd love to dig deeper in, but let's see what we have for one card between you and the boyfriend. What do we need to know? There we go. What is this? Ooh, Ace of Swords. My first thought is like, issues with communication is the biggest thing. I wouldn't be surprised, essentially, if you two are speaking English, but are basically speaking different languages. It's like you're trying to get the words to land, but we're taking it the wrong way. Oh, Kat said hello. My bad if you heard that. Anywho, hun, working on that communication first and foremost, and like the mind process, the mental aspect of the relationship and you're in. Usually these two run together. So thinking about your thoughts, maybe even dealing with your words. But between the two of y'all, let's see what we can come up with. I would love to work on that with you. See if there's anything that you can do on your end. Because when it comes to relationships, we got to start with the self first. And so if we start working with you, we can start bringing your best self to the table so that it starts to, by proxy, shift around your relationship a little bit and maybe start to improve things, at least from your point of view. All right, Latea. You know what's funny? The sun card just hopped out for you. So are you on the right path? Duh. Like a missile patient on a mountaintop, honey, go fly in. Just enjoy it.
Congratulations on the job.
And thank you and congrats. I don't know why I'm thanking me. Congrats for the job, honey. I'm so glad you have it. All right. Will my father survive cancer treatment? I'm going to pass on this question, honey, because I feel like those are deeply impactful reads that I prefer to do one-on-one with you personally, so that we can address other issues and not just leave it all up to one card, spilling everything on the table. So, John, I would love to read on that topic for you. I would want to do something a little bit more private, a little bit more intimate, so we can see not only if he's going to survive the treatments, what the likelihood of survival, but surviving well. You know, what can you do to support? What do we need to know in advance? Things of that nature. So it's more than just, will he survive? There's so much more to that than just the yes or no. But thank you so much for your question, though. Grace, a lot is changing at work this year, I bet. What should I focus on to make it successful for me? All right. Let's see. What should we focus on to make work more successful for you? One card. Let's see what this is. Your plans. The Three of Wands has this this perpetual, continual planning. And it's like so the character in the card climbs up to the mountain to look over the horizon to see what his life is going on. So it's that higher vantage point and then making decisions based on that higher vantage point. So what can you do? What should you focus on to make it successful? Where do you want to go from here? Ultimately, like, does this role align with where you want to be in your life? Take the high level overview, take the high look and span the horizon, see if this is something that you like to see. that you want to see. If it is, great. If it's not, let's start changing it. Life is too short. My dear, but thank you so much for your question. I definitely appreciate it. We're done for today. I have ramen to go eat. You know how excited I am for that? Oh my gosh. And I have a cat outside that is yawning or yowling our ears off. So please come and join us. We do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please feel free to share this video or tag somebody who, you know how you think your friend might need to hear that message that was for somebody else but could work for her too? Go ahead and tag her in this video. These messages resonate over time, so please feel free. If you'd like to schedule something a little bit more intimate, one-on-one, directly with me, please feel free to click on the link that's in this post or any one of the comments that were in the comment string, depending on when you're looking at it. So today was July 22nd, right? July 22nd, just read for you from 8 to 9 and some change. All right, everybody, you all take care. Please stay safe. Wear your masks. Wear your masks. Keep it up safe. All right, you all take care and come find me next week.